One card for Pisces for past, please. You got the Queen of Wands upside down. One card for present is the Eight of Coins. And one card for future, please, for Pisces. The Three of Coins upside down. So we have the Queen of Wands upside down, the Eight of Coins upside down, and the Three of Coins upside down. The Queen of Wands upside down makes me think like not taking action on something. The Queen of Wands, like the King of Wands, right? They know their worth. They know what they like, what they don't like. They know how to get what they want, how to move forward. They take action, driven by passion, driven by fire. And so they're upside down. So I'm wondering, let's see what the cards have to say. Queen of Wands, please. Okay. Queen of Wands, please. Queen of Wands. Anything else? Oh, a whole book fell out. No, just 3 more. Okay. So to start, we have the Ten of Pentacles, the Four of Cups, the Ten of Cups. And then we have Death, the King of Cups, and the Four of Wands. Pisces. Let's see what's going on here. So the Queen of Wands. It could be feeling disempowered. It could be feeling like unable to take action. Something's hindering you from taking action. You have this Ten of Pentacles here, which is like the end of a cycle. And you're not ungrateful for anything, right? You're grateful for what you've had. This card is upside down. And while I think there was a foundation built here that was strong, it may now be lacking some like the emotional piece, right? It's like something built before doesn't drive you anymore. And you're not in like, woe is me mode. You understand that it was what it was and it was good for what it was, but it's not that anymore. So it's time for a change. Death, upside down, King of Cups, upside down, Four of Wands. So this could be like a connection. It could be a situation. It could be a partnership. It could be something that was fulfilling and brought you joy, right? It could be even like a job or a collective, right? Something that was like good at one point, and it's being understood now that that time has come to an end for this. The cycle's changing, and it's not what it once was. You're not emotionally invested in it. It's not your like ideal anymore, if that makes sense. It was what it was and you loved it for what it was, but now it's not that anymore. That's all I can say about it. It's not that. And you acknowledge that and you understand that. And like I said, you're not in remorse. I mean, you might be sad about it, but it's like, this was a great thing that is not that great thing anymore. And I accept that. And I'm thankful for the great thing it was before, but I know now it's time for me to move on to something new. So I'm not quite sure what this is pertaining to, but there's a shift happening. And that's why you're not in this Queen of Wands, because you're not going after it. You're not fighting for it. You're just like, it's time for something new. Queen of Wands, please. Clarifiers for Queen of Wands, please. Clarifiers for Queen of Wands. Vortex of Change and Grove of Unity. Vortex of Change says, engage with the vortex of change where energies swirl in transformative dances molding anew. So there's change occurring, which makes sense. You have the Death card in there. Something's shifting, some kind of like renewal. Grove of Unity Bind energies in unified sanctuary of the grove, fostering interconnected harmony among all beings. So it could be there was like disharmony in this at this point, right? Like it was this great thing, but it's not that anymore. And so there's change, and you're trying to find that harmony, that balance, that collective that makes you feel good again. All right, Pisces, let's move on to 8 of Coins. All right, so 8 of Coins usually speaks of like learning something new, like being a student, or teaching something, right? It's like a developmental card, but it's upside down. So let's see what we can get for clarifiers for 8 of Coins. 8 of Coins. Maybe you are the student again. 8 of Coins, please. Clarifiers for 8 of Coins. Okay, here we go. Lots of cards going out today. All right, Pisces. The first card we have is the Temperance upside down. And then we have the 9 of Wands upside down, the King of Swords, the Magician upside down, and Decision. Okay. So this makes me think that there's still like internal balancing that needs to be done. I think coming out of this was not simple, but you're not yet ready to battle this or stand your ground against it. I think you're more in the mental energy, like you have clarity on how you want to proceed, but you're not taking the action because you have yet to make the decision on what to do regarding this. I think this is where you currently are. Like in the past, you realize this isn't what it was. And now you're in the phase of like, how do I move forward knowing this, right? Because coin is like your physical reality, your day-to-day, it could be like money or foundation. But in this sense, I get it. It's like you trying to understand how to move now that you've realized this. And so you haven't balanced it yet. You're not fighting for your stance on this or like how you want to proceed. You're just really gaining clarity. You're not fighting for this yet or balancing it. You're just gaining the clarity and understanding of, like, in the mental capacity, like you're internally thinking through how you want to do this, what you want to do, but you haven't put anything into action yet because you're not yet using the tools and moving and making things happen. You're more so in like a decision, a lot of unknown around what to do and how to proceed. So you are thinking it through, deciding on how to move, but you're not yet taking action, not yet putting things into motion. Let's get some clarifiers for you, Pisces. 8 of Cups, please. 8 of Cups. 8 of Cups, please. Wow. Nothing? 8 of Cups. There we go. 8 of Cups. 8 of Cups. 8 of Cups. 8 of Cups. Breakthrough, self-embrace, and gate of opportunity. Breakthrough. Navigate life's many twists and turns with elegance and resistance. So yeah, so you are like preparing for the change, right? This was acknowledgement of what is and isn't working. This right here is trying to figure out how you move forward in this, right? Like literally thinking through your options, your steps, how you want to do this. And so it's a breakthrough of you getting everything together to move to something new. Self-embrace. Step into your own love and acceptance. For when you love yourself, everything will fall into place. Yeah, make sure you take care of yourself in this process. Like, this is not an easy journey, depending on what this is, right? If it's a job that you used to love, but like now it's not doing the same thing, I'm feeling it's different, that's okay. But if it's like a connection, right, a partnership, a marriage, that's much more difficult. And so care for yourself through this process of this movement. Gate of opportunity. Pass through the gate of opportunities where a new paths unfurl with boundless potential. So there's a lot ahead of you, but it's first moving through all this, right? Processing all this, taking action to make the changes that need to be made in all of this. So know that there's a lot on the other side, but it will be a process to get through this. And then for future, we have the Three of Coins. Three of Coins talks to like community, connection, building, people, right? That foundation for any base connection, right? Like Three of Coins is just like the back and forth, the communication piece, whether it be friendship, family, co-workers, romantic partners, right? Like it's just that basis for building a connection, a base connection. And it's upside down. So we have the Chariot, the Seven of Cups, and Justice imbalanced. So there's no movement, and you're not even considering the options here because there's an imbalance of justice. Maybe you're not looking to, like with all of this, maybe you're just taking time for yourself in the future, and you're not in the immediate future looking to build like new connections, right? You're looking to just take care of yourself because there's no movement here, and you're not even considering the options of what might be available, whether that's like if this is the work situation, whether it's like romantic partners looking for someone new, right? Whether it's whatever, you're not looking for that because you're still working through all this and taking time for yourself. No movement, not looking at the options, just almost like internal, right? You're internal after this right here, which makes sense because you need time to heal and take care of yourself. And this will just be, I'm just going to say maybe like new, not the old, right? The old connections that you have that you know have stood by you and that are there for you, those you're still investing in. But this might be like just new connections. You don't have the energy or the want at this moment to work towards those, look to build those, look to find those, right? You're just like, I'm okay. And I think it might be because maybe you're doing internal balancing, right? Like just taking time for you. This right here was a big change. And so rather than trying to like throw yourself into things, you're taking some time for you to just figure it all out, process it all, figure you out in this new chapter, new journey, right? And that's fair. I think that's fair to take care of yourself for some time. But don't forget to keep up with or reach out to those who you know you can trust and talk to, right? So you're not in this completely alone, but just not looking to build anything new right now while you work through the transition of what this was, right? All right. Pisces, clarifiers for Three of Cups, please. Okay. Oh, that's 3. Oh, this way. We have Roots of Success, Turn the Page, and Wish Granted. So Roots of Success says, secure your foundation, fostering growth and stability for a thriving journey ahead. Yeah, so grounding, rooting, right? Taking time for you to really stabilize for the journey that's coming up. Turn the page, embrace new chapters with curiosity. Openness paves the path to wisdom. So yeah, be open to the new journey that lies ahead and where it may take you. And then wish granted, outcome may not be exactly what you want, but it's what you need. So be open to that. They always say the universe gives you not what you want, but what you need, right? So be open to what this journey has for you and what lies in store for you. Let's get a message from the universe for you, Pisces. Message from the universe. I'm doing that wrong. Let's just, what do we do down here? Split. Release the heavy stones of past regret. They are ballast for a journey you are no longer on. Feel how much lighter you become as you let them go, floating back into the cosmic flow. Your spirit is meant to be buoyant, to ride the solar winds of new experience, not anchored to forgotten asteroids. This lightness is your natural state. So maybe like this whole journey brings you back to a lighter version of you, not so weighed down or heavily burdened. All right, let's get some. Let's get a few. I don't want a whole pile. That one to go to. And then, oh, let's get you a song lyrics. All right, that's the one. So let's see. We have the letter Z. We have Virgo. Maybe you're Virgo. Maybe there's someone in this storyline that's Virgo. Virgo season. We have June. Maybe this occurred in June or started in June. Maybe, you know, we're in June when I'm recording this actually. So letter G. Coming up soon. Your energy is precious. Be picky on who you share it with. Yeah, it's like you realizing that what that for the past thing was great, but is no longer great, and it's time to shift. That's a big deal. Most people don't acknowledge that because it's comfort, right? Comfort in the uncomfortable, even if they know, like, it's like, well, I'm here now, I'm just going to stay here forever. So like understanding that and being grateful for what it was, but knowing it's time to move is a big deal. And then a song lyrics for you. Think about it. There must be a higher love down in the heart and in the stars above. Higher Love by James Vincent McMorrin. I think that says. That's your song lyrics. Listen to that and see if there's any message in that for you. All right, and that's what I have for you, Pisces. Hope that helped. Bye.